Welcome to the Pulse Field Expert channel. Today we will learn to create the most immersive PowerPoint building technique. We start with the logo, then 4 color bars move into stage and 3D model of a laptop floats in to create the first slide. That slide then morphs into another slide with a new laptop model, floating in and the previous model floating out. For the next few slides, this pattern of animation happens while we present all 4 products on different screens. On the next screen, all 4 products come back to the screen and create a showcase featuring every product that was introduced in the continuous introductory animation of slides. The slideshow now stops and remains static. However, the 4 boxes that we have here are clickable. Here we have added an exit button as well. Now, if we click on any of the boxes showcasing the products that we introduced, the slideshow then moves to the respective product. How cool is that? This is just amazing. I can click on any of the products and the slideshow magically morphs into the slide of that product, while gorgeously morphing the 3D product models to different positions and angles. This is just awesome. But how is it done? Today we will show you the step-by-step instructions so that you can create this type of presentation yourself. What's more, you will be able to download the PowerPoint template for this presentation and modify the template for your use too. I will leave the link for this PowerPoint template in the description box. Here we have the PowerPoint for this very interesting kiosk-like presentation. We can see all the slides that we have seen in the introduction video. This is a slide-by-slide PowerPoint presentation. We have the logo slide. Then we have the 13.5-inch laptop slide. Then the 15-inch laptop slide. Then comes the Surface Laptop Go slide. Then the slide with all 4 laptops on one screen. They are all there. How is it behaving differently? In the beginning, it felt like a video, but in the second section, it was like a clickable kiosk. How was it done? Let's look into the PowerPoint. I will zoom out on the PowerPoint stage. Now I can see all the objects that are there on the slide, but not on the stage. They are outside the stage. Here we have the color bars, and we also have the Surface device's 3D model outside the stage. Therefore, they are not visible in this slide, but they are very much present in the slide. Now let's move to the second slide. Here we have moved the color bars to the left of the screen, kept the red bar larger to add the headline to it. We have added the text, laptops designed by Microsoft, and we have dragged the 3D model of Surface 2 in one laptop to the stage, added the name of the product under the 3D model. Also, we have added 3 more 3D models of other laptops to be showcased in the presentation. We have kept these 3D models outside the stage. For the next slide, we have moved out the Surface Pro 2-in-1 laptop and have moved in another 3D model of Surface 13.5-inch laptop. We have used the 3D object spinner to place it the way we like. As these are 3D models, you can rotate them around both the horizontal and vertical axis. We will keep it in a suitable position of our choice. How do you get these 3D models? Well, just like the clip art gallery, you have a 3D model gallery within PowerPoint. In PowerPoint Insert menu, click on Insert 3D Models. You have 2 options here. One is Insert from this device. The other one is Insert from the stock 3D models. Here you have hundreds of ready-to-use 3D models. We have used this Insert from the stock 3D models option. We have used the 3D models library for Microsoft products and inserted the Surface laptop models from there. Let's try to insert one of these. It downloads the model from the internet, therefore it takes a little time. Once done, we have the 3D model at the center of our stage. Let me take it outside the stage and make it larger. We can use the 3D spinner to rotate the object in both the horizontal and vertical axis. I don't need this 3D model as we already have everything that we need. I will delete this 3D model. Let's now check our transition. We have Morph as the transition for all our slides except the very first slide. We have the basics of Morph transition explained in one of our previous videos. You can check that out for a better understanding of Morph. For Morph to work as expected, we must have the same set of objects in both the slides where Morph is applied. And while morphing, these objects can move into the stage or change shape on the stage. We have creatively used this concept in this presentation to make it awesome. In this presentation, we always have the same set of objects between slides. These objects are moved in and out of the stage, or we have moved the 3D object in the 3D space, or we have made the objects change shape or even changed the text. I have moved these laptop 3D models into the stage or outside the stage. I have moved and reshaped the color bars within the stage so that a sense of movement can be created. In our presentation, the first 5 slides are introductory slides. Then comes the 6th slide, which can be called the menu slide. From the 7th to the 10th slide, we have the slides for the interactive kiosk mode section. I selected all the introductory slides, from slide number 1 to 5, then under the transition menu. In the timing section, I tick the checkbox named after and set the timing to 1 second. This will make the first 5 slides run automatically after one another with a pause of just 1 second for each slide. Here we have the mouse click at on position. Therefore, if we click on the mouse while these slides are running, it will immediately go for the transition. To make the animation tamper-proof, it may be a good idea to remove the tick from the on mouse click option. For the interactive menu and kiosk section slides, we have cleared the option on mouse click in the after timing option. Therefore, the slides will not move to the next slide unless any hyperlink button is clicked. After the 5 intro slides finish morphing, we reach the menu slide for the kiosk section. Here our animation completely stops and waits for user interaction. Here we have 4 boxes and 4 products. We have created hyperlinks to the details slides for all 4 products. By clicking Ctrl and K together, we can open the hyperlink window. We have added hyperlinks to every colored box and product in the next 5 slides. I have also placed an additional exit button here for linking the end slide. As this part of the interactive kiosk section has no way to end the slideshow, that is why this exit button is added. The exit button is created from the action buttons from the Insert Shape menu. Then the text and color of the button are edited. I've also set up the slideshow here under the slideshow menu by clicking the Setup Slideshow option. Under the show type, I selected Browse at a Kiosk Full Screen. Therefore, this PowerPoint slideshow will only run full screen, and you can end the show by clicking the Escape button only. If we start the presentation from the menu screen, then the slideshow just does not move forward. It is awaiting user interaction. Users can then click on the 4 products or boxes associated with them. And there it goes. The product clicked nicely grows and animates into a different position, and text for that product floats into the screen from the bottom of the screen. Now, if we click on another product, then the product screen is nicely morphed into the next product screen. This is absolutely cool. We can click on any product and the interaction is perfect, and the clicked product is morphed into the screen. Let us examine how we are morphing the product detail text. I have actually written all the product text in one text box with large gaps in between. If we zoom out in the PowerPoint stage, we can understand the way I have added the text. I am using the same text block in every product slide, just moving them to the right chunk with the right product. Clever, isn't it? So this is how the apparent text scrolling motion is created. I hope this video was informative. I have added a download link for the direct download of the PowerPoint presentation template. Change it the way you like. Change the logo, add more products. Change the colors or use this template to create a more creative version for yourself. I would greatly appreciate it if you posted the modified templates with your creativity. Hope you liked this video. If you find this video useful, please like and share this video. Thank you for watching. Visit this channel for more informative videos on PowerPoint, Excel, and other office tools.